You know, the new manager effect is so crazy because Man United have now won 4 games in a row in the Premier League under Michael Carrick. And the last time this happened was under Erik ten Hag in February 2024. So it's been 2 years, or nearly 2 years, since it has last happened. And that is so crazy to think, because you would never have thought that this Man United team would actually win 4 games in a row. They were looking like they would get relegated not too long ago, and now they look like they've all but secured a Champions League spot. They're fighting with Chelsea, they're fighting with us at the moment, and Chelsea just won over Wolves 3-1. But Man United now looks such a solid team. All their results have been either dominant performances or very resilient performances in which they've come back from the depths of hell and won the game. And I don't know what Michael Carrick does in training. I don't know what he does in team meetings, because whatever he's doing, it's working wonders. And it's working wonders because I think Michael Carrick is a genuinely good manager. I don't think it is anything like a new manager bounce or anything with him. I think he is genuinely a great manager. The way his teams play, they always have that fight in them. They always have that resilience in them. Try and seal the ball away as many times as possible. Try and block any attack that the other team attempts to start. Try and get any ball they have to the final third. Try and create those spaces in the penalty box where Šeško or Bruno would be alone somewhere, one-on-one versus the goalkeeper, to get the goal in. And they do succeed in doing so, because I think he genuinely is a great manager. And the case with Tottenham is so curious, because Thomas Frank's Tottenham just keeps going on this topsy-turvy season. And now Tottenham were never in this game today, and any chance that Spurs had of winning this game, or even having the opportunity of being tied with Man United in this game, that was all knocked out after Romero got the red card, and it was such a stupid challenge. It was such a stupid challenge from him, and it was always going to be a red card. Casemiro's foot it looked like it completely bent over. The thing with Romero is he's a great player. He's the leader of Tottenham. He's the one who binds the team together. He is the captain. But he also has his moments where he just takes control of his game fully. But that is not the biggest issue here. The biggest issue here is that Romero was already in hot water before, having criticized the way the team was managed, the way the club officials have been handling the team, and the ownership has been handling the team. And now he's got himself a red card. So I don't know what's happening with Romero, what's happening with Tottenham, what's happening with the management there, what's happening with the ownership there, because I don't think things are too good at Tottenham. But I say it as a fan of football. Football is more exciting when Spurs make it exciting. I say it as a fan of football. No, I'm not taking any club side. I'm not looking at them as a rival club or anything. I'm just saying this as a football fan first. The Premier League is more fun when Spurs are competitive, even if they're not at their best, at least competitive. But today's game did not show any signs of that competitiveness. Today's game did not show any signs of that resilience. It's like Tottenham just submitted to the game early on in the matchup. As soon as Romero got booked and so many players got booked or injured or challenged brutally in this game, it was a mess. This game is a mess. But that is the thing with Michael Carrick's team. They always find a way in the mess. And then we come to the Wolves Chelsea game, and we just dominated the first half. I mean, Joao Pedro was so good at getting those 2 penalties, at winning those 2 penalties, because he practically just, they were deserved. I'm not saying they weren't deserved, but Joao Pedro did such a great job of winning those 2 penalties. And then Colepalmer was always going to score. He was always going to score, but he has had that goal drought in recent times. He has been suffering from injuries, and he has been trying to come back again. He has the mindset of that responsibility, of that leadership in the team. But he hasn't been able to exercise all that in recent times because of his injuries, because of his form dipping. His form was always going to dip. It was obvious because at the level he has been playing, at the level we expect from Cole Palmer, and then he hasn't been able to show that in recent times. He must be disappointed with himself too. But now that he has got this hat-trick in, the 2 penalties just motivated him. The 2 penalties just gave him that push that he finally needed after all these games that he's been searching for something to get him off, searching for something to get him to start firing again. And he's now finally got it. If you saw the 3rd goal that he scored, it was fully confident, it was fully calibrated. He had full control of the ball, of his game, of the way he was playing in that moment. It was like he had gotten his old self back. And that's what we all want in life too. We all want to be calibrated. We all want to be in control. And Cole Palmer, whenever he's in control, Chelsea play well. Whenever he is in control, he plays well. And whenever he plays well, Chelsea are on top. And I hope that Cole Palmer, this is the turning point in this season for him, for Cole Palmer. And he has that job to do in the later part of the season, in the Champions League and other tournaments, in the Premier League as well, to push for the number 4 spot. If United lose their way, if somehow they lose their way under Michael Carrick, because Liam Rosenior, it doesn't seem like he's losing much of his way at the moment. Even the performances against Arsenal, even though we lost, those weren't the worst of performances. We actually showed resilience. We actually showed some character. So Liam Rosenior has impressed me, and I hope this continues to go on. And I hope Cole Palmer has now found his way back in the Premier League now. I hope Cole Palmer has found his goal scoring form back in. Or at least he has found the way to get into his rhythm again, because boy, he has been off his rhythm recently. But there was not much to talk about in the Wolves-Chelsea game either. There was that one shot from Wolves after they had scored that goal. I think it was from the kid Mane. He had that one shot on target. It just bounced off the goal post, but it was a really good shot. And I think that kid has something. The commentators on air were saying that he has got something, and I think he's got something too. He showed he can help Wolves in a way, and I hope he does when Wolves play the Championship next season, because they do need some help to come from within and not just through their transfers and the team strategy. Wolves do need something to come from within. Anyways, I hope Wolves does well, and I hope Wolves does well in the Championship next season. And we have also not kept another clean sheet. Rob Sanchez does not get another clean sheet again. We just can't stop conceding. We have to. It's just that this defense problem is it's much bigger than any of the players. It's a system problem, I think, and I think it goes beyond just the players, because the players can only be held accountable to such an extent. And I think a big structural and personnel change needs to be taking place in the defense, because a change is definitely needed in the defense department. And I'm not sure who we're gonna play in the back 3, the back 4, the back 5, whichever way we want to play, in the future, with the new players coming in, with Mamadou Sarr also coming back in. But it will be interesting to see what Rosenior does with all these players, because what he has been doing so far has been mighty impressive. Anyways, I just wanted to get some thoughts out on today's 2 big games, and I'll see you guys really soon. If you want to see my newsletter, I'll put the link to it in the description below. You can see I write on sports, film, culture, whatever you want to talk about. Yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna go to sleep now. I'm gonna journal and I'm gonna go to sleep. So check out all my links below. I'll see you guys really soon. Let me know what you thought of today's games in the comment below.